Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, December 28, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation, so make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Minnesota Timberwolves vs New Orleans Pelicans. When they last stepped on the court, the Pelicans went home victorious with a score of 113-93 against the Pacers. In the matter of cleaning the glass, New Orleans allowed Indiana to collect 36 in all, 6 on the offensive side. They wrapped up this game 25.7% from beyond the arc by going 9 out of 35 and ended up going 14 of 20 at the charity stripe, 70.0%. The Pelicans permitted the Pacers to convert 35 of 83 tries from the floor, which left them with a rate of 42.2% for the contest. When the final whistle blew, the Pelicans finished shooting 41 for 90 from the floor, which gave them a shooting percentage of 45.6%. In relation to shooting from three-point land, New Orleans knocked down 12 of 40 tries, 30.0%. They were able to knock down 19 of those for a percentage of 79.2%. The Pacers earned 18 fouls in this game, which got the Pelicans to the charity stripe for a total of 24 attempts. They also coughed up the ball 14 times, while recording 10 steals in this matchup. The Pelicans were able to corral 38 defensive rebounds and 16 offensive boards for a total of 54 for the matchup. New Orleans dominated the glass Monday night in their big win over Indiana, a 20-point blowout in which they led for much of the night. New Orleans forced 13 turnovers by Indiana and out-rebounded the Pacers 54-36. Zion missed the last game, but he is expected back for this home game. The Timberwolves have been struggling without Karl-Anthony Towns available, especially on the glass. Minnesota ranks in the lower third of the NBA with 42.6 rebounds per game. Their 49% shooting percentage from the field on the season is the third best in the league, but it has yet to translate into many wins. They will have a load of issues rebounding in this game, and the Pelicans will expose them inside again. New Orleans has won 9 of their last 10 home games. Our first pick is to take the Pelicans. The Timberwolves come into this Western Conference clash ranked 5th in pace of play. Although Rudy Gobert has been available for most of the year, they are struggling in a big way on the rebounding end. Karl-Anthony Towns missing from the lineup has a lot to do with that, but they face one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA. New Orleans will limit any second chance opportunities and keep this a tight defensive game. The Pelicans rank 6th in defensive rating and should have Zion Williamson back. The total number has gone under in 4 of Minnesota's last 5 matchups facing Western Conference opponents. Our second pick is to take the under here. Milwaukee Bucks vs Chicago Bulls. The Bucks faced off with the Celtics and went home with a loss by a final score of 139-118 in their last contest. Milwaukee ended with a 50.0% FG percentage, 42 of 84, and converted 13 of their 36 shots from downtown. At the charity stripe, the Bucks made 21 of 27 attempts for a rate of 77.8%. With respect to grabbing rebounds, they compiled 39 with 8 of them being on the offensive end. They also dished out 22 assists in this game, while creating 11 turnovers and getting 8 steals. In the matter of defending, Milwaukee allowed the other team to shoot 58.8% from the floor on 50 out of 85 shooting. Boston doled out 29 assists and had 9 steals for the matchup. Additionally, Boston collected 35 rebounds, 5 offensive, 30 defensive, and got 1 block. Boston finished 80.0% at the free throw line by making 20 of 25 shots. They knocked down 19 of 39 shots from downtown. Concerning fouls, the Bucks finished with 16, while the Celtics totaled 18 fouls. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a player who played a role for the contest. Antetokounmpo finished shooting 40.9% from the field and earned 3 dimes. He played 35 minutes played and collected 9 boards. He ended up scoring 27 points on 9 out of 22 shooting. After the Bucks were defeated handily by the best team record-wise in the NBA Boston on Christmas, they were given a much-needed 3 days off. The teams met in the second round of last year's Eastern Conference playoffs, and the Celtics won in 7 games en route to the NBA Finals. Boston got whatever they wanted on offense, and the Bucks will have to adjust without Chris Middleton, still missing from the lineup. They get a Chicago team that appears rejuvenated after their locker room scuffle involving Zach LaVine. Yet, they face one of the best defensive clubs in the NBA, coming off a bad loss on national television. You can guarantee Giannis will have an extra jolt of energy for this game after his team was embarrassed. Even if Middleton misses his 6th straight game, roll with the Bucks to win and cover at home. Our first pick is to take Milwaukee Bucks. The last time they took the court, the Bulls took a loss by a final score of 133-118 when they faced the Rockets. When talking about rebounds, Chicago allowed Houston to snag 45 overall, 8 on the offensive glass. They finished the game shooting 38.6% from behind the three-point line by connecting on 17 out of 44 and finished the game at 16 of 22 at the free throw line, 72.7%. The Bulls allowed the Rockets to knock down 50 of their 90 tries from the field, which had them shooting 55.6% in the matchup. At the conclusion of this game, the Bulls shot 45 for 92 from the field, which gave them a rate of 48.9%. In terms of shots from beyond the perimeter, Chicago buried 13 of their 35 attempts, 37.1%. They were able to convert 15 of them for a percentage of 71.4%. The Rockets had 15 fouls in this matchup, which got the Bulls to the free throw line for a total of 21 attempts. They also coughed up the ball 8 times, while recording 6 steals for the matchup. The Bulls earned 27 defensive rebounds and 8 offensive rebounds for a total of 35 for this contest. DeMar DeRozan ended up being a major contributor for the Bulls for the game. He made 11 out of 18 for the game for a field goal rate of 61.1% and added 5 rebounds. DeRozan totaled 31 points in his 41 minutes of playing time and had 9 dimes in this game. The Bulls ranked 12th in pace of play heading into this Eastern Conference tilt. Milwaukee is one of the best defensive clubs in the NBA, and although you could not tell when they were throttled by the Celtics on Christmas, those games will be few and far between. They gave up a whopping 139 points, and coach Mike Budenholzer will have his boys ready to rock on the defensive end. They have been excellent on the glass this year, ranking 3rd in rebounding percentage and offensive rebounding. They will control the glass, control the tempo, and will likely hold the Bulls under 100 points. Our second pick is to take the under with confidence. The Nuggets faced the Suns and went home with a win by a final score of 128-125 in their last game. When talking about personal fouls, the Nuggets left the arena with 23 and the Suns racked up 30 personal fouls. They made 17 out of their 35 tries from beyond the perimeter. Phoenix went 69.2% at the charity stripe by burying 18 of 26 attempts. Additionally, Phoenix pulled down 46 boards, 12 offensive, 34 defensive, and had 4 rejections. Phoenix earned 32 assists and had 7 steals for this contest. In the matter of defending, Denver let their opponent shoot 47.9% from the floor on 45 of 94 shooting. They also doled out 29 assists for this game, in addition to creating 13 turnovers and having 8 steals. With respect to grabbing boards, they collected a total of 48, with 12 of them being on the offensive end. From the free throw line, the Nuggets buried 25 of 34 tries for a rate of 73.5%. Denver finished the game having earned a 47.9% FG percentage, 45 out of 94, and knocked down 13 out of their 36 shots from distance. Nikola Jokic is a player who was important in the matchup. He finished with 41 points on 16 of 25 shooting. He saw the court for 44 minutes and pulled down 15 rebounds. Jokic shot 64.0% from the floor and also totaled 15 assists. I'm looking for Nikola Jokic to extend his dominance in this matchup. Domantas Sabonis is far away from an elite defender, and Jokic will torture him in the paint. If both Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon continue to play well, the Nuggets will come out on top. Both teams have struggled to defend so far this season, and the Nuggets arguably have more offensive firepower than the Kings. Sacramento allows 116.2 points per game, 24th in the NBA, on a 36.7% shooting from beyond the three-point line, tied 25th. The Kings will have to focus on Jokic and leave a lot of open looks to the Nuggets. Our first pick is to take the Denver Nuggets. The last time they took the court, the Kings went home defeated by a final of 125-111 when they faced the Wizards. The Kings were able to collect 34 defensive boards and 13 offensive rebounds for a total of 47 in this contest. They coughed up the ball 13 times while earning 5 steals in this game. The Wizards had 23 personal fouls for the game, which took the Kings to the charity stripe for 35 tries. They were able to knock down 27 of the free throws for a percentage of 77.1%. With respect to three-pointers, Sacramento knocked down 10 of their 32 attempts, 31.3%. When all was said and done, the Kings went 37 for 84 from the field, which had them sitting at 44.0%. The Kings permitted the Wizards to convert 49 of their 88 attempts from the field, which gave them a percentage of 55.7% for this game. They went 31.3% from downtown by shooting 10 of 32 and ended up going 17 of 24 from the free throw line, 70.8%. In regard to rebounding, Sacramento allowed Washington to pull down 40 in total, 5 on the offensive glass. De'Aaron Fox ended up being important for the Kings for the contest. He converted 9 out of 16 for the contest, giving him a rate of 56.3% and had 7 rebounds. Fox accumulated 26 points in his 35 minutes on the court and had 3 dimes for the game. Sacramento has a win-loss mark of 17-14 this year. On the offensive side of the ball, the Kings are hitting on 48.7% from the field, which is 4th in basketball. Sacramento has tallied 3,662 PTS on the season, 118.1 per contest, and they pull in 42.4 rebounds per contest. They are getting an assist 26.8 times per game, 7th in basketball, and they are losing possession via turnover 14.7 times per game. The Kings are responsible for committing 21.0 personal fouls per game, and they go 77.7% from the free throw line. Our second pick is over the total.